Have you ever seen a slant bed lathe the size of this? And this is just one of the smaller models here at Ward High Tech. What sort of companies and what sort of industries are people wanting a machine this size for?
That's a broad range really, Tom. Subcontract machining for large shaft work, small work up to the chuck face, short diameters. The use for this machine is quite vast.
But the thing is, it's that big, you could literally do near enough anything on it.
You can turn on it, you can mill on it, thread mill on it, there's all sorts of applications that you can do. It's an all-in-one.
So it's not just a lathe then? It's an all-in-one lathe?
It's an all-in-one lathe, yes.
Now, obviously you can see behind us, it's got quite a big steady on it as well.
It has.
What's the benefits of using a steady on a slant bed lathe compared to a steady on a flat bed lathe?
So on a slant bed lathe, you can probably see from the configuration that you can actually turn past the steady. You can't turn literally through the steady, but you can turn past it at either side. And then if you do need to turn the bit where the steady was, you can simply, in program, move the steady along, close the fingers, and away you go and finish turn what you couldn't turn previously.
Because that steady is all automatic and programmed by the control compared to the flatbed lathe where you've got to bolt it in.
Essentially, yes.
Now, how easy is that to program for people who've never had a steady before or never had an automatic programmable steady?
Okay. So on our Hwacheon lathes, any of our Hwacheon lathes that come with steady rest, it's literally 2 lines of code to be able to pick the steady up, move it to where you want it, and close the fingers.
What sort of length can I get in this machine? Because it's huge.
It's all model specific really. So the machine you can see behind us is our stock machine. This is the one that we bring in to our stock. So this is the baby of the range, shall we say. So on this particular machine, you can turn up to 3.5 meters long. You can go up to 920 millimeters in diameter. 24-inch chuck, which is on this machine at the moment, but normally we fetch them in with a 32-inch chuck. If we were to go up to the BB version of this machine, you're looking at 295 mil through the spindle bore. You can go up to 5 meters long, same kind of diameter to turn 920 mil. And then the next model in the machine is the BB Plus, which allows you to turn over 300 mil, 370 mil I think it is through the bore.
But then you look at, you're sort of in the range then of specialised components for something
Absolutely,
that big.
Yes.
But I like what you said before, where this could be a subcontract machine.
Yeah.
Because you can do everything on it. It's big enough to do.
Yeah.
Most jobs that come through the door are going to be small enough to fit on this machine.
We say it a lot. So the old traditional 2-axis lathe, you'd take a shaft like you see on the machine, for example, turn it, take it off the machine, put it onto a machining centre, mill the keyways, drill the holes, whatever milling operations need doing, and then maybe it needs to go on another machining centre for a third milling op, for example. This machine will take care of everything.
Now, obviously, with the tailstock, is that all programmable as well?
That's all programmable as well.
So,
two lines of code again will fetch that from the end of the machine, position it, and advance the quill into the job.
So essentially, with 4 lines of code, you've got a tailstock and a steady rest.
Absolutely.
That must be quite a key selling point on this, that it's not difficult to run any of the added extras that come with this machine.
It's not, it's really straightforward. If you were positioning these manually, there's a button on the control panel. You just press and hold the button for a couple of seconds, whether you're picking the tailstock or the steady rest up, and the Z-axis will come along, stop at the position of the tailstock, pick it up, and then you can wind that into position with a hand wheel.
Now, this is a big machine. You're going to have big components on it. Like we said, milling, drilling, all that sort of stuff you can do on this machine. So what's it like to program? And how and what programming do we have for it? What sort of base do we have? And do Hwacheon give you any extras?
That's a really broad subject. So our machines come with a Fanuc OI TF Plus control, the latest machines. So if you know Fanuc and you know there's Fanuc G codes, then you'll be happy programming using G71, G76, etc., etc. But we also have manual guide eye on here, which is a really useful tool to be able to turn complicated shapes, do your milling work, whether it be on the side or on the front faces or whatever. So programming wise, you can also obviously do your programs offline and send them in via a computer and drip feed, and there's all sorts of ways you can run the machine.
And then, like the Hwacheon millers, is there any Hwacheon extras to that?
This comes with Hwacheon software, so this has got quite a good bit of software on there called Hwacheon lathe vibration control. All our new Hwacheon lathes come with that feature now. So that allows you, particularly on shaft work, if you're experiencing vibration, it allows you with manipulating some figures to tune out the vibration in the part, rather than the old-fashioned way of doing that, excuse the expression,
and hoping for the best
on the dials on the control. Yeah.
How does this machine keep so rigid though, and how is it so accurate? Because it's a big machine, big parts, that means there's a lot of weight involved.
So the main casting of the machine is a one-piece casting, so all box guideways on every axis that make it really solid. Again, from the images of the machine that you're going to see, you can see the size of the slideways. You've got a huge turret on there, a double thickness turret. So again, that lends itself to being a bit more rigid, a lot more rigid, and allows for holding and carrying quite large boring bars.
Now, you spoke about boring bars. It's a big machine, it's going to need a big boring bar.
Yeah.
So what can you fit on here?
So as standard, we bring this machine in with the ability to fit an 80 diameter boring bar up to 10 times diameter. On the headstock of the machine, the rear panel has got a huge cutout to allow you to bury the boring bars into the rear of the machine to allow you to get close on general turning functions up to the chuck. However, as an option, we can fit up to 100 diameter, 10 times length boring bar, and still be able to index the turret.
Now, I like what you said there at the end, is you can still index the turret, because some machines will be able to fit them size boring bars in, but once it's in, it's in.
Yeah.
Plus, having the cutout in the back means you've not got to load your boring bar, do that up,
And
take that boring bar.
Absolutely not. So you can leave the longer boring bars you can leave in your machine, index your turret round so that your boring bars are going to disappear into the cutout, so you can carry on with your turning operations close to the chuck.
And that's going to save a lot of time and a lot of effort.
A lot of time and a lot of effort. Yeah.
Now, are these machines available here at Ward High-Tech, or are they like other machines this size on the market where you're looking at 12, 18 month lead times?
The machine you see behind us is obviously here at Ward High-Tech. It's available. For more information, obviously contact Ward High-Tech, and this can be in your factory in double quick time.